Now, this could be a recap video, guys. We just watched Ngannou fight. We just watched Nate Diaz fight, and get his ass whooped. I mean, we just watched Ronda Rousey get like one of the quickest submission victories of all time. Like, she just goes in there and just disposes of Kavanugh, bro. I'm not gonna lie, bro. I'll do what I please, guys. I'll do what I please. So I'm not doing that recap video, guys. And we on that Kavanugh pack. But this card is cheese, like Return of the Mac. See what's snuck in a little rap, guys? Guys, this card is cheese because Return of the Mac, guys. Mac and cheese, guys. Conor's back. How is Conor back, bro? This is so weird, This is so stupid. But you know what? I'm happy. Brother, my birthday, July 11th. This card's on July 11th. Like, this is a birthday gift to me. Now, what's funny about this announcement is that Dana White strategically made sure he went live on Instagram and announced this fight while Francis Ngannou was walking out, This is like one of those things where like I actually want like to like analyze the hatred at a microbiome level. I want to like fully grasp the hatred and learn a bit more about it. Like, he really hates this dude, bro. Dana capitalized on it, man. He saw the second Ngannou was about to walk out. He's like, now, we're gonna do it now. It's just, I think the timing was a bit funny. Dana really doesn't like him. But Dana, like, he's half-assed. I think the main event's about to go on right now. He's trying to rush it out. This seems like something you announce like after the card's over, everything's settled. Maybe even wait for the Netflix card to conclude. But he wants to take the spotlight like away from Ngannou, so he does it. And this is kind of the half-assed announcement. Like, he goes live for a couple seconds and announces it, and then he ends it live. Like, it was so strategically to like just destroy Ngannou, but. Listen, Ngannou got his knockout finish, so you didn't take away the highlight. You could try to like take away the attention, but you can't take away the highlight. But this is what Dana White went live and said.
Stevenson versus Ellison, Royval versus Kavanugh, Sandhagen versus Bautista, BSD versus Paddy Pimblett, July 11th International Fight Week in the main event, Max Holloway versus Conor McGregor, Royval versus Whitaker on the prelims.
I don't know how that's prelims. We'll talk about that later, though.
It's a badass card. We got a badass summer coming up. Great line.
So, like, he went live. That was 24 seconds of it. He was live for probably like 10 more seconds, 15 more seconds after this, and he just ended. And that was all during Francis Ngannou's walkout. First of all, the card name value-wise is amazing, guys. Like, that card is amazing. Look at this card, guys. You know what the problem is, though? Like, you guys notice how he said Whitaker, Krylov. Guys, why is Gable Stevenson, keep in mind, grown, little bit chubby guy, Gable Stevenson and an unranked nobody on the card, on the main card, over Robert Whitaker and Krylov. Krylov coming off a great win. Robert Whitaker being Robert Whitaker, former champion. I get what they're doing. They're trying to build Gable Stevenson. But I just got to say before I even get to these early picks, guys, smack in the face for Robert Whitaker. And I take offense, Gable Stevenson, man. I know he's going to be doing his cartwheels, fucking jumping in the ring, showing off his athleticism. But disrespecting Robert Whitaker, grown, strong, handsome guy, like, this is crazy, brother. I don't agree with this at all. But the card. Let's talk about the card, guys. Look at this, Conor McGregor versus Max Holloway, BSD, Paddy Pimblett, Cory and Mario Bautista, Brandon Royval, Lorna Kavanagh. These are all great fights. And, of course, Gable Stevenson and unranked nobody we don't care about. We're not going to talk about that much in this fight. We're not going to talk about much in this card, this video. Let's be honest, because it's probably going to be a Gable Stevenson win. Now, what I got to say is, this is a July 11th card, my birthday, so I do think it's a good birthday present. I know there's no championship fight. McGregor, I always said McGregor's one of those people, guys, who, like, you don't really need a championship fight for. Now, I know there's mixed reactions. Dude, Conor's washed, dude. I don't really care. No. They start barking. Listen, I don't care and I don't mind. This is a weird one, though, because it is a pretty obvious pick. I do think Max Holloway nearly kills him in there. Like, when I think about the fight, I really think Max Holloway beats on him Dr. Dre. Like, I have a hard time seeing Conor McGregor at this day and age, after all this time off, coming back and competing with Max Holloway. But Kenny, Max Holloway just got destroyed his last fight. Yeah, by a grappler named Charles Oliveira. Conor's going to go out there and strike. Now, I would obviously, when it gets closer to the fight, I'll do like my stylistic breakdown and everything. But I just he hasn't really had a notable win since the the Nate Diaz win. But Kenny, Donald Cerrone's badass. Guys, I'll be serious. I haven't seen him have a good win in a long time. And I will say, even in the Dustin Poirier fights, guys, Dustin Poirier was finding shots against him. And that wasn't even prime Dustin. And I just Max is a better striker than Dustin right now. I don't think people understand how good Max is because of the Charles fight. And they're kind of all thinking about, maybe since Charles is a little bit and Conor's like, there's no way Conor doesn't get finished brutally in there. You know, Conor's gonna come in with 1 round endurance, maybe look a bit sharp there. But I see him sparring on these people, beating on like people who like look like they have no MMA experience for his training lately. It's gonna be a different pace, different presence that Max Holloway puts on him that just beats on him, Dr. Dre maxing. You know, I really think it's gonna be a bad night for Conor McGregor. I'm inclined to, you know, seeing what Conor's thinking, you know. And it's actually funny because they're going back and forth on Twitter. You know, they're going back and forth on Twitter. You see Conor posting things like, "You're gonna put respect on my motherfucking name," and then Max Holloway posting this, which I actually don't understand the purpose.
By a knee from Conor McGregor, so we are upright again.
He throws a head kick. It gets blocked, but Conor falls. And he like posts that like as an aha moment. It's a bit. And he says, "Nah, big dog, you're going to put some respect on my name." I don't understand it. I'll be real. And I'm not even defending. I just don't understand it. Like, Conor, I'm going to go through his account. He has me blocked, of course. Brother, I'm a nice guy, brother. Like, I'm strong. I look good. Brother, I'm nice. A little bit handsome, too. Like, brother, why me? But he's been reposting everything. Like, stuff. But they've been going back and forth. It's kind of funny. So, this is the first thing Max Holloway posted. This is Conor's first response. I love this back and forth. Listen, Conor, one thing about him, love him or hate him, he's going to promote. And he's going to make you want to watch his fight. You would think, like, it's just weird that they have this rivalry. Like, I've never really seen it, but, like, it seems like they want to sell pay-per-views, and they're going to sell. I know Conor, well, yeah, they're going to sell. Like, let's be real. It's Conor McGregor. Max says, July 11th, return of the Max. And then Conor says, "I'm going to sun you, child, again." Hey, he sunned him, you know. He did sun him a little bit. Like, little bit he gets him. Not really sunned him, but yeah. It was a younger 20-year-old Max Holloway. It's good that they're seeing each other again, but definitely in different different time frame in their lives where Conor's kind of out of it, chubby guy, a little bit beat up wife, come back doing a lot of drunk things at the bar. You know, Max Holloway's like one of the best in the world. People are forgetting how good Max Holloway looked, guys. Against Gaethje, you know, how good he looked in general before the Charles Oliveira fight. Dustin Poirier nearly killed him in there. And that was Dustin Poirier on his washed element, you know. Dustin Poirier, when he fought Conor, they weren't even at their primes, but Dustin just seemed a step ahead, in my opinion. Now we're going to get Max Holloway versus Conor, who hasn't been in the octagon for how long exactly? Now a little bit problem. And coming off an injury and steroids and like just having his fluctuate. And this is at 170, which is a big thing to address because Max has never been at 170, but I just think it's going to be Max getting just a bit more chunky, sitting down on his punches more. It's just going to make it a lot harder for Conor. Neither here or there. They're going back and forth again. And then obviously you saw Max's response to this one. He responded with, "They're still the big dog." And then you see this. Conor just endlessly tweeting. MMA history said Conor McGregor signed himself for a dangerous fight, and for his return, fighting a volume strike like Max Holloway after a 5-year layoff is no easy task, which is 100% correct, and it's not an easy task. And you're probably going to go in there and get beats on you like Dr. Dre. Let's be objective here, you know. Let's just be objective, brother. You going in there for what, brother? And Conor says, "LOL dot." I'm glad that Conor's confident, man. I'm glad that he's that confident Conor that we once knew. It'd be better, like, it's better than him just, like, you know, I hate that. Yo, guys, remember that polite NPC Conor that showed up for the fucking Dustin fight that one time? "Yeah, bloke, you want some crumpets and tea?" Shut up! Shut up, man. He was acting like trying to give him crumpets and tea and shit. I was so confused. All polite, bow tie, and then he loses, and then he loses his mind and goes back to Conor. Yeah, keep this Conor, bro. We don't want crumpets, man. Fuck, we don't want crumpets, you know. I'm done with it, bro. But I like this Conor back. Like, you could just saw the shit talk. He's reposting things, bro. This guy said Max Holloway's going to get knocked out badly by Conor, dead emoji. He's just reposting all his fans, reposting AI images, reposting no hairlines, and still has me blocked as a grown man. Keep in mind, grown man has me blocked, bro. I do nothing wrong. I'm independent, strong guy, and he has me blocked. Doesn't make any sense. Neither here or there. Back to this. You know, I really just think it's going to be a walk in the park for Max Holloway. I have a hard time seeing Max Holloway not finish him. I think a win for Conor would be him not getting finished. You know, that's the best case scenario for me. And I just don't see that case scenario being possible. Like, I just don't see that being a thing. If you want me to be objectively honest, I just don't see it being a thing. Of course, the co-main event, which is interesting, BSD versus Paddy Pimblett. Now, why this fight's interesting for me, I actually want to pull up the odds for some of these fights. Let's pull up these guys. I want to talk about this. First of all, this one, I actually heard this jumped up to a -700 already since this was posted, by the way. It jumped up to -700 on Bet Online because a lot of people just threw the house on Max, which makes sense. It should be up to -700. Probably going to jump up to like around -1,000 in my opinion. I know people might love Conor for the underdog pick, guys. It's just not a wise pick he's going against a volume striker, guys. It's not good for him. This fight right here is interesting. BSD is the favorite, rightfully so. Paddy Pimblett just continues to look like this fight against Justin Gaethje really showed exactly what I thought he was. You know, Jared Gordon masterclassing him, and then Jim Miller beating Gordon. Man, Paddy's not good, and Paddy's never been good. And like the problem with a BSD fight is that BSD is not like a bot on the grappling, and BSD is just more relentless on the feet. You know, I think that's a comfortable pick for BSD, and I do think those odds reflect it. I think the odds are fair. Hopefully, I actually think these odds are gonna get closer as the fight closes. I reckon that people are gonna feel as if Paddy's just still good because people think Paddy is good. People also think Gaethje's good. I think both of them sucked, guys. The reason I picked Gaethje is because I knew Paddy was bad, and I knew Gaethje has passive victory. You know, and Gaethje didn't even use his low kicks to beat him because he was afraid of the takedown. BSD is going to pummel Paddy Pimblett. Now, this fight right here, Cory Sandhagen versus Bautista, I've been hearing mixed opinions about this. A lot of people are saying Bautista is going to get it done. They're saying Bautista is too well-rounded. You know, Bautista is nasty. They both have a common opponent in Umar Nurmagomedov. Of course, both fights look differently. Bautista looked pretty good in the Umar fight. I got to say that. I will say Sandhagen's good. I think Sandhagen as a favorite does make sense. If you're asking me, I think it makes sense. I think Bautista's going to be game. I think Bautista's going to be down and ready to scrap. It's going to be a tough one, honestly. It's a tough one. But I think objectively on the feet, Cory might be a little bit harder to deal with on the feet. Like, you know. And then the scrambles, they both have good scrambles, Bautista and Sandhagen. So it's not really easy to hold either of them down. I'm sure both guys are going to go from wrestling. Mostly Bautista's going to try to mix it up. But I can see Bautista being a step behind in the skill, if that makes sense. I see that being a step behind in the skill. We're not going to address this stupid point because who gives a shit. But this fight right here, very interesting. Kavanugh versus Royval. Royval being the underdog doesn't make a single amount of sense to me. I got to be objective. Like, I don't know how. Lord Kavanagh, because he beat Brandon Moreno in that fight, guys. I think Brandon Moreno's at a point of his career. He's not where he once was. I don't think Royval's at that point of his career. Royval had that great win against Tatsuro Taira. Brandon Royval, like against Joshua Van, he went to war with Joshua Van. Yes, Joshua Van was stepping ahead in the boxing. Guys, Kavanagh is not Joshua Van in the boxing. And if you think Kavanagh is the Joshua Van in boxing, may God have mercy on you. So let's book this fight, but I can't wait for this fight. This one's exciting because I love when I see underdogs. Like, I love when I see people who don't need to be underdogs as underdogs. I remember seeing it with the Weili Soares fight. There's sometimes I'm like, why? This makes no sense to me. I saw an MVP Shara Bullet. There's some fights like stylistically I just don't get. Like, yes, Kavanagh did not look bad against Moreno. He looked sharp. But Moreno does the same switch punch. He ducks his head, throws that overhand, ducks it again, throws the other overhand. The Kai Car fence special that knocked out Usyk. That shit does not work. Royval's a lot more heavy on the output. Royval has great BJJ slept on. You know, Kavanagh just has no... I don't think Kavanagh has a great chance in this fight. I got to be objective. That's just me being one of my confident self. I just don't see it happening the way other people see it happening. You know, I think Kavanagh goes in there and loses pretty comfortably with Brandon Royval. Just via the volume, via just the presence in there. I don't think it's going to be an easy night for Kavanagh in the slightest, and I don't know why these odds are saying this. It just doesn't make sense at all. Yeah, I don't get it. I don't get it. And people are here talking about a Bautista money line, bro. No one's even talking about the right one. McGregor, Bautista, niggas talking about McGregor. Like, people are thinking McGregor has a chance, guys, because they see the odds. Like, guys, give it up. This guy McGregor, guys, you guys don't know what 5 years could do to a guy. I don't think people know what 5 years of inactivity does to someone at the highest level. Because it'd be different if Max Holloway's actually shit, but he's not. It'd be different if Max Holloway's also doesn't fight often. That's not true. You know, I think why people are thinking McGregor's value at the underdog is because they're seeing the last performance, and you're only as good as your last fight narrative. But that's just not that's honestly just not, it's not what people think, man. And I think if people are expecting McGregor to have even a chance outside of Puncher's chance, and even then, Puncher's chance might not be his thing, man. When's the last time McGregor slept someone, bro? Slept someone. Not even 2016, his last notable win was a sleep. Like, you're going to say Donald Cerrone. He didn't even sleep Donald Cerrone. He just caught him with elbows and shoulder shrugs. Fuck, he was doing one of these, man. Yeah, man. He was doing one of these. Fuck out, man. What the hell is that, bro? That's like, is he gonna beat Max Holloway like that? When's the last time McGregor knocked someone out with a straight punch? Bro, shoulder shrug into his last victory was a shoulder shrug, bro. Nearly died against Dustin Poirier multiple times, man. You know, finished by Dustin Poirier. The way he got finished by Dustin Poirier too, the way he sat down and kind of thought about his life. the way he kind of fell into his arms, and you guys are trying to think Max Holloway's gonna struggle with this guy. Like I said, a win for Conor is making it into round 3. That's the win, because there's no way this goes the distance. There's no way Max doesn't knock him out, quickly. Max hits hard. Max had has newfound power at 155 that people don't understand. Look at the Dustin Poirier fight, how much times he was dropping him. Look at the Justin Gaethje fight, how much times he hit him. It was different. Even the Ilia Topuria fight. Ilia Topuria, one of the best strikers in the UFC, period. I dare I say even better than Prime McGregor because his power is just in his speed. And he was winning rounds off that guy before he got caught. You know, and Ilia actually has a good gas tank. As that fight went along, Ilia got more comfortable. Conor's not that guy. Conor's like the type he has to finish you in the first 5 minutes in his prime. Prime McGregor's not beating current Max. That's what people aren't understanding as well. They think Prime McGregor would beat current Max. No. Prime McGregor at 170 wouldn't beat current Max. Like Max Holloway striking since he's moved up from 145 has been some of the best we've ever seen. And I feel like people are starting to forget that because all they remember is the Charles Oliveira fight, not knowing Charles Oliveira stylistically is way more of a nightmare than anyone Conor could ever be. What's Conor going to do? Wrestle, brother? Let's stall it then. This is the best fight Max Holloway could have took because it's just an easy win. It's a fight that gets his confidence back. It's a fight against someone who's not going to go in there and grapple him, who's heavier. He's fighting at a heavier weight class. The only time that could be to a negative or a demise to someone like Max Holloway is if he's going against someone who could grapple. That's why I ended up going Charles Oliveira in that fight because I knew he's going to be strong in the clinch and he's going to body lock him and just take him down. Conor McGregor at 170, he won't even be the speed advantage in the hands are going to favor Max as well. Conor's not going to be as fast. Conor might just do that slip uppercut that he always does that leaves the chin on the platter. You know, but by that first round, the first 3 minutes after that, you're going to see Conor just slow down. You're going to see Max Holloway start to get into him with spinning kicks, low kicks, head kicks. Oh, my God. Like combos, flurries. Conor McGregor's win, like I said, would be him not getting brutally slapped on national TV. I see no world McGregor beats him. So the odds being even looking like this, I know it's minus 700 now. It's probably going to keep jumping. Like I can't believe they opened up like that. I should have put my house on this. I should put up my new Benz on this because there's no way minus 450 is even justifiable. Brother, I'm not saying this because you blocked me too, brother. You know, people in the comments, dude, it's because you blocked you, man. Nah, bro, it's not even that. It's not even that, man. It's not even that. I'm just saying facts, bro. Everything I'm saying is true. You know, he's going to lose to a streamer, bro. He's going to lose to the streamer Max Holloway, bro. The guy he's going to lose to is not even a guy who's a full-time we're going to find out Saturday night. Okay, I know he did not tweet this. I'm going to sun you chat. We're going to find out Saturday night. Dude, he even hit us with a cowabunga emoji. Yeah, baby. I am excited for this fight, though. I'm loving how they're, like, building up, too. They're not, like, being boring. They're actually making us, like, want to see it. They're talking shit. This is Vince. Hey, this is a good birthday present for me, bro. I'll say it. I'll take it on. This is a great birthday present for me. I think this is going to be great. You know, I didn't even mention how I got the Allen fight right and all that. I'm not doing a recap video. I'm sorry, guys. Yeah, I got the Allen fight main event right. Main event Kenny's still here. Still strong, still handsome. You know, and yeah, nothing else to talk about, guys. But as far as UFC 329, guys, my birthday will be a success, brother. We get to see Max Holloway win. Maybe I hate watch Conor, brother. He's not a good guy. You know, maybe I could do this, brother. I don't know. But let me know your thoughts about this card down below. That's it for me. God bless. 2, 3.